Hello, Group 1. Welcome to MH Tarot and to your reading. I'm so glad to have you here, and I hope you're having an amazing day. The card you chose for this reading, it is an archetype of the Wanderer. And as you've already noticed, this reading is... I was thinking about like if Spirit could dream a life for you, what would that life look like? And then it hit me like, of course you're being guided towards that life also. So for you, Group 1, one thing that is standing out in this card and that you can also use as a keyword throughout this reading, it is freedom. There is an aspect in your life where you are supposed to experience freedom on a high level. Like when I say freedom, I mean that you will be free. And it's not like a hippie kind of free. I see that the freedom you have is actually very much connected to some sort of like purpose, maybe even your life purpose. There is, can I say it like that, it's something bigger that is connected to your freedom. It's like your freedom is a mean, it's something that you will use for something bigger, or that's maybe just a couple of you that have that specific message. Whatever the case is, it is if I say absolute freedom, I'm not exaggerating the influences here in this card, the energies that are influencing your reading. Yeah, let's continue with your message. You're almost supposed to experience having the energies or the archetypes of like the pilgrim, the hermit, you know, the aspect of the hermit that doesn't necessarily have to do with being alone, but more that you're on a path and you can be on that path because you are free to be on that path. You've chosen a certain direction of life, and that was possible for you to do. Why? Because of this freedom that entered. So I just want to make that a little bit clearer, what kind of freedom is coming through for you. Okay. Fill your cup. And we have sexy time. Okay. There is an aspect of your freedom that has also to do with, I think it's connected to the pilgrim archetype that also lives inside of you and wants to be expressed, where, look at the markings on his face. It wouldn't surprise me if this is a group that actually switches lives in a circular timing. Like you go into a phase of 10 years where you live one type of life, and then you switch it, and then you live another type of life for 10 years. Why? Because you want to experience life. This is also a group that could be very much drawn to having, is it called sabbatical? You know, 1 year, a little bit more maybe, where you don't work, you don't study, you just travel, or you're just free. You've saved up some money. If that is you in this group, know that by you following this gut feeling of yours to take a sabbatical, to not having to work for a year maybe, that will activate the archetype of the wanderer within you that will also increase your frequency of freedom. But there's absolutely, like, even if it's not a year that it's about, there is a need for this group to experience leisure time, to be free from obligations, to be free from a schedule, from the clock, and that you seem to need it in a regular type of way, that you need to take a break from the regular life to experience this freer life where there's no schedule, no clock that wakes you up in the morning. So there's one bigger aspect of your freedom that has to do with you being able to choose a life path because you are free. But this type of freedom is also expressing itself in your everyday life on a little bit like a lower level, without that meaning that it's lower in quality, lower level, like in smaller ways, that you maybe need to take like a couple of days frequently where you do nothing, no schedule, nothing like that. You don't know what you will do those days. You don't plan, you just follow your heart, and your heart always guides you towards what fills you up. So leisure time, if you would be very attentive to those moments, there's a lot of wisdom for you to pick up on from these moments that you can experience. And let's take out one more oracle card for you. Okay, you got two. Let's take them. Okay, so because these flipped out, I'm gonna start with them. We have envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Let's put it there. And we have doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. And you have protection. It's like these two cards merged into this card with the colors. Let me just have a look and see if you can see the cards. Yeah, there's even more space. Let's put them there so that you can see them very well. You know, there's no. There's one more deck for you to. Let's take that out now too. And let's have a look at all of the cards at the same time. Trust. Allow me, divine, to give you my deepest longings, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. Guys, it looks like there is some aspect in your outside world that could be very much like challenging you when it comes to your freedom. It could be a person, it could be a job, it could be a culture, a mindset, how you were brought up. Something is really, really challenging the time that you take frequently that will just be leisure time. Something wants to interfere with that. You have dreams of maybe traveling, taking a year off. Something interferes with that. Even like the aspect of you that is drawn towards freedom, it looks like there's an outer power that is in conflict with that. But this is what I see. And this is gonna happen. You will experience this freedom with a certainty. How you will experience it will be different for all of you, but it will have to do with you being able to put your life on a certain path because you've experienced this freedom, okay? Whatever it is that could still be lingering, that is interfering with this strong archetype, what life wants to give you, what spirit wants to guide you towards this freedom, it will be sorted out maybe in ways that could be a little bit tumultuous, maybe in ways that also, like, it could take some time for these energies to leave your life. This is even like if it's a mindset that you have, okay? And the reason why I'm getting that it could take some time and it could be tumultuous, it has to do with, it's quite edgy, this energy that is interfering with your freedom. However, we have protection, we have trust. It really looks like Spirit wants you to experience this freedom because it is so strongly connected with something about your purpose, something about a very special path that you want to be on. And it seems like no matter how you've done it, no matter the nature of how you've done it, it looks like you've put it in God's hands. You know that saying, even if you don't believe in God, even if that word creeps you out, take that to mean whatever your heart tells you that it means. But it still looks like you've put it in his hands, even if it's in just a symbolic way. So your plan is in good hands. This freedom that you're about to experience is also in good hands. And it seems like you're being protected in a very specific way to make sure that this freedom hits you, that this freedom comes into your life. And it looks like also that this freedom wants to be able to take over a big part of your life. That could be a big part of your life, or that could be for a big, like, long time. It could either be space or time that it wants to take over. For some lucky ones of you, it's both. But the protection, it's very much you being guaranteed this type of freedom, and the obstacles that are standing in your way, it will be sorted out. It really is like how these energies are coming together in this card. Let's see your tarot cards. Underneath the deck, we have the King of Pentacles. No, I was getting like that the type of freedom that some of you are longing for, it could be something like a freelancer, it could be like a van life, you know, that type of thing. It could be you going off grid, is that how you say it? You know, living a very peculiar type of life that is very specific to you. Because let me tell you, the energies that are coming through, it's not as much of like a community or collective type of energy. And I think that's important for you to know, so that you can pinpoint to what part of your life this is talking about, because you could still be bound to other people, right? And experience freedom at the same time. With the King of Pentacles, it could mean that the type of freedom you are about to experience could be about money giving you the freedom, or that, you know, the most valuable thing, that you will get time to be able to create what it is that you need to create, so that you get on that path that you just know is for you. We have Justice. It's like karma. No, more like dharma actually, but it's almost written for you, this type of freedom. And I think that previously in your life, it has bothered you in some ways, some different situations you've been in, and maybe it has been hard for you to pinpoint why that situation bothers you, why it bothered you to sign that contract, why it bothered you to start that specific relationship or something like that, you know? And that is because this archetype of the wanderer is very strong within you. So it wants to be expressed. And when it hasn't been expressed, or when it has like feared that you're steering it the wrong way, it can bother you very, very much. That is why it's coming through almost like your dharma, something you're supposed to experience, this type of freedom. And just as it could speak to you getting a new type of contract that also makes this a possibility. Whatever this freedom aspect in your life is, there could be a contract involved that will help you step up to the King of Pentacles type of energy, where you get to decide much more what to do with your energy, your time, and your money. Also, this could be speaking about an investment together with the King of Pentacles that actually gives you, you invested, it will give you a lot of money that will help free you in some way when it comes to like your job, for instance. We have the 10 of Cups together with the Dharma. Yeah, I think like when this hasn't happened, even the times that you tried to make it happen and maybe it didn't succeed, it must have bothered you so much. Like it must have just felt wrong that it didn't happen. You know, that type when something, you're expecting something to happen just because it feels so natural for it to happen. And then when it doesn't happen, you're like, no, this can't be true. Like this can't be real. And that is because the only like true expression for this, it is to happen. The only true expression for freedom, it is to experience freedom. You have the Queen of Swords. There's something about planning for the future with this. A future that is also connected to something about your dharma, the path that you're supposed to take, that will complete a full cycle for you. There is a cycle that is about to be fulfilled, completed. And that could be with either a contract or something official. But there's a planning of the future. We have the Three of Swords and the Two of Cups. What I'm getting is, as soon as you get the possibility to catch this freedom, to seize it, you will be so concerned about it. Like, concerned maybe is the wrong word, but you will make sure that this happens. You will look at every part of your life and make sure that all of the parts of your life obeys this archetype. It's like, as much as possible, you want to adjust everything in your life so that this happens. So that's why I'm getting like something official, something that has to do with contracts, papers. It could even be like governments, could be bosses, your job. It could also be, official as like your community or your family, that there needs to be, or there will be some adjustments made because this wants to take up space in your life. And because you will be so aware of these energies that they're about to happen, they're coming into your life, it looks like your outside world will also, with the Two of Cups, will respond to this archetype that is about to be expressed and be like, yeah, we can adjust, yeah, we can make sure that this happens. Because maybe you tried to do this like 10 years ago and it didn't happen. This time around, you will be much more patient. You will work with the energies in another way, and you will do everything possible to make sure that this happens and that this also becomes a reliable part of your life. So your keyword is freedom, and then mixed up with a little bit of purpose. That's what spirit is guiding you towards, what kind of life. And that could be in one aspect or in every aspect of your life. Okay, group one, I'll end your reading here. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. If you vibed with the message, make sure to let me know by hitting that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, Group 2. Welcome to MH Tarot and to your reading. I'm so glad to have you here. The significator card you chose is the archetype of the shadow diver. And this reading, I was just thinking, like, I wonder what spirit dreams of when it comes to you and the life that he just dreams of you having. And then I was thinking, like, yeah, but of course then they're being guided towards it, right? And for you, Group 2, I'm getting like a rewriting of history type of energy for you. You completely just shifting one page, getting a clean one, white, no one has touched it. And what you will write on the new page is completely different from the previous pages. It's like you have experienced one thing, and then the next thing you experience will have no attachment to the last one. It's that type of like fresh energies, rewriting things in a completely new way, maybe even a new language, and just moving on, leaving the past behind and moving on. That is like the type of life that you're getting guided towards. It's like you experiencing many levels in life, and each level not be similar to the other levels. Like it's almost like you want it to be new, you want it to be fresh when you're experiencing something new. Let's take out some card to complete this message. Okay, so we have burdens and we have divine timing. Okay, here's the deal for you. The life that you're being guided towards, you could almost look at it this way. Go to your darkest hour. Go to the period in your life that was very hard on you. You couldn't bear it, like it couldn't have ended 1 minute too soon. You know, that thing that happened. Go to that. Then go to the opposite of that. Go to the other polarity of that. That is what you're supposed to experience. That is the type of history rewriting. One page turns into another page that is completely blank for you to experience something different. You know, that is what we were talking about, like the new thing not being attached to the old thing, nothing in common, nothing in between them, clean slate. And you also got the divine timing, which is, that's interesting. It's like this seems to be a huge thing that is already written for you, that you will enter this phase. I'm not picking up on a specific timing, to be honest with you. If I do, with the help of the other cards, I will let you know. But let's take out some more cards to look into what is it that the divine timing is pointing you towards. Where will it take you? That will be like a completely new thing, like that is the opposite of the darkest hour you've experienced. Oh, we have freedom. Wow, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. I just want to say, if you felt drawn to pile one, watch it. The other card is patience. You know, there's truly an aspect of your life, could be right now, could have just ended maybe, where you experienced stuckness, like being stuck in a mindset, being stuck in a place, being stuck in the past. Could even be that, being stuck in the past. And let me just tell you, the fact that you were stuck was you actually fulfilling what you were supposed to fulfill in that moment. The fact that you were stuck was never an indicator of the future things that are for you. That stuckness was part of a phase in your life that was supposed to end, and the way you lived through it was actually perfect. I'm not saying that it was easy. I'm not saying, oh, you should be happy, you should be positive. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying that you lived up to that situation perfectly. Because you did that, those energies can be completed. Okay? They can be ended because there's nothing more there. You freed yourself from that stuckness. That is why the divine timing, the divine timing could very much speak about how this freeing you from the stuckness is about to happen for you. That is the divine timing, the first step towards this other reality, let's call it that. It is you becoming unstuck from a hard phase in your life. Okay. And that is where you're being guided towards, because this is the first step. The first step is for you to experience this freedom from the stuckness, and then for you to be able to turn the page and get a blank one. Invite help. Oh, you got the green tarot. Invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously. Just say, I'm finally ready, God. Pursue me. Oh my God. Okay, that's exciting. Limitless. You have freedom and limitless. Oh my God. Okay. See yourself open to receive in the most miraculous ways. The divine can use anything and anyone. Guys, listen. Okay. This is super clear for me. This is super clear. So you've completed the karmic cycle. You've done it perfectly. Now let's go back in time before this karmic cycle started, where you got stuck in a situation, or, we can also get stuck inside of ourselves sometimes. Let's go back in time before that happens. There was most likely something that you wanted that was very close to your heart. A dream of yours, something that your inner child was dreaming of, something that you've even tried to make it happen a couple of times, maybe just once. It didn't happen, okay? And that thing is coming to life again. That thing is gonna be awakened again. And okay, there's a long message for you here. I'm just gonna gather myself a little bit. There's so much that came through with these two cards. Here's the thing. Very direct message as guidance and advice for you. Because you might have some attachments to this dream that your inner child is like whispering to you about, there could be some attachments to it that are a little bit, what should I say? Like, what word is perfect to use? That could be of your past energies, okay? So, the best thing you can do is actually to just detach from this dream. This dream will happen almost like a miracle for you, because you've released the attachment, you've released the control, you've just surrendered to it. Because here is what you're being asked to do with these cards right here. There is a need for you to step into your everyday life like you're the shit. when you walk around, you just do whatever it is that you're doing that is like super mundane for you. Do it like you're the shit. Like you're sacred, you're holy, you know, you just love yourself so much. That is what you need to focus on. If you start to focus right now in this divine timing phase on your dream that you want to make happen, it could be you entangling yourself a little bit too much in old energies. You need to almost exchange the energies that you use when you just live your everyday life. When you do that, those new energies will just attach themselves to your dream. And then what I'm getting with this right here is that it will come effortlessly for you. It will just come in almost like a miracle. Okay? Let's get Tarot in the middle of this and see what she has to say. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot. Look at this, the victory thing that you put on your head. The Chariot, there is power to you. But you know, because what is taking my attention in this card, it is all of the chickens, if you can see them. And that is just telling me how important it is for this victory to happen, that you almost completely just detangle yourself from your dream for now. It doesn't mean that you have to be like, oh, I don't want it anymore. No, want it. Keep it in your heart. It's more that, you know, that point of view where you just feel that you're free, where you are truly experiencing freedom. It is usually because you are not attached to anything. It's like, yeah, if that happens, great. If it doesn't happen, great. Like, I'm still doing me. Like, I'm still the shit. I'm still living my life the best way possible in my everyday life. That is the type of detachment that needs to be done, because there is power to your dream. There is momentum, there is movement, there is like crossing the finish line and winning it, okay? But it's like, don't worry about that. Let life, God, spirit, the universe, whatever word your heart tells you is the right word to use, let that worry about it, and you just being you. It's that sense, you know, like, why will it happen? Because you stayed you. You stay true to who you are, and you made sure that you were you in your everyday life. Okay? Queen of Swords, King of Pentacles, Five of Cups. Yeah, releasing the attachments to, because right now your dream could actually be very much attached to some energies that are clinging to it from the past. And that is what you need to release, and just like give yourself also a break from the past. Give yourself a little bit of a break from your dream, if you know what I mean by saying that. Ace of Swords. You know, there is a breakthrough moment. Like, don't worry. Ace of Swords, breakthrough moment, divine timing. Like, no worries. You should not worry about how to make this come true, how to make this happen. What is your next step? You know, this could very much be a strength that you have. Like, I can do this. I can figure everything out. Yeah, you most likely can. But right now, just wait for the divine timing for a specific breakthrough moment to happen. And that will happen by you just living your everyday life, disconnecting yourself from the old energies of how you used to live your everyday life. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, listen, I'm gonna say something now. I don't know how you will take it, but I'm gonna say it. It's almost like you need to be one step ahead. And that can be annoying, I get it, okay? But still, that's the message of you. Stay one step ahead, where you're almost like, because I'm so certain this will happen, I don't need to think about it. That type of way of staying one step ahead. It's like you already have it, even though you don't have it, okay? That is what I'm talking about. Like, go from not having it and not even seeing that you don't have it, okay? It's that type of detachment. Like, I want to say, like, I don't care, but it's not that you don't have to care. It's that because you've changed your attitude towards yourself in your everyday life, then you're set. You're good. You're good to go. You have everything you need because you have you. It's that type of being one step ahead. Okay, it's like not seeing lack, even if everyone is like pointing towards lack. You're like, I don't care if it is there or if it's not there. I don't care. I have a good life. I have me. I'm amazing. Thank you so much. Like, there's enormous power to you, group 2. The only thing to make sure that this happens is for you to let go of some past energies. That will happen. Wait for the divine timing with a breakthrough. Until that happens, do you, and just live your everyday life very differently from how you used to do it. When it comes to, your mindset about you, how you view you, what is the, with the chickens here, like, what is the mental words that you use for, like, the inner dialogue that you have towards yourself? Just do you, do it amazingly, love yourself. This will work itself out later together with you. Okay, so this is where you're being guided towards. It is very much freedom. It is very much a wish coming true for you. Yeah. Okay, I will end your reading here, group 2. Thank you so much for being here. If you vibed with the message, then give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, group 3. Welcome to MH Tarot and to your reading. I'm so glad to have you here. Let me introduce you to your main card. You chose the archetype of the midwife. And isn't this an interesting archetype? Because what does a midwife do? She helps bring life into life, okay? She helps make something happen that is connected to life. She invites something in, and she gives something a helping hand to make sure that life enters life, okay? And what I'm getting for you, group 3, because this reading is like, what does spirit dream of when it comes to the life that you should be living, or the life that you're heading towards, that you're being prepared towards? And I was thinking about that. Like, of course he dreams about things for you as a collective, but then that also must mean that you're being guided towards it. And another way to put all of this, sorry for the beeping, I have the balcony door open because otherwise I will melt away. So hopefully it will end soon. But another way to put it, to give you a key word for your reading, the life that you're being guided towards, it is creation. Okay? Let's look into this a little bit more. You have deep knowing. That's interesting, because even the baby that is being created, it lies very deep within the mother. So deep knowing, deep is another clue for us. And sleepless. What is this? Let me take out all of your cards. Let's see. Did I take 2 of these? Yeah, I took 2. Okay, yeah, let's go with that, okay? And let's take that one. And also one from this deck. So you have success. Creating something that will lead to success. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so the deep. You already know what this is, right? I don't, but you already know what this is. It could already very much be on your mind. You could be in the planning stage. You could be already have executed like the first step, the 3 first steps to make sure that this happens. You could be in connection with very important people that can make sure that this happens. So in some way, this is already part of your life, and you could be just like in a little bit of like in between state between 2 phases. Like you've started it, but maybe you haven't quite gotten to see the result of it, you know, that it exists in a way that is sustainable. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, what are you being guided towards? It is for this thing. Whatever it is that you're thinking about to do, to make happen, there is success in it for you. And embracing, look at you having all of this magic around you, you being this very beautiful big bird. And then you have all of these fireflies maybe. But, oh yeah, there is something magical about this phase that you are in when it comes to your creativity, when it comes to what it is that you're able to create in this phase. Like, go with it. You're truly surrounded by amazing energy to make sure that not only that this happens, but that it happens in a reliable way, that you can actually be in it and keep planning for it. We have worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Worry and sleepless. And true offering. True offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. Oh, okay. So it really looks like there's an aspect of this that could be troubling you, that could be worrying you. So maybe this is attached to a part of your life that is part of your foundation that you need in your everyday life. So maybe this is like job, money, location type of thing. Could be something else too. That are just some examples. But there is an aspect of it that could be worrying you, that could be just, it's almost like you're a little bit in the unknowing phase where you haven't quite seen the result of it, how well it can do for you. But what it is telling you here, it is to be mindful of those thoughts, because they're weighing you down in an unnecessary way, that you could actually use that energy as a creative force instead of using it against you. Because it really looks like that creative force is very powerful. And if you use that creative force into worrying and turning it against you, it could actually be very just like negative for you, you know? That it's a little bit too much power in it. So it's better for you to just take it, gather it, and then turn it outwards towards what it is that you're trying to create or birth into reality. Okay? Let's get tarot into this. Okay, on the bottom of the deck we have the Death card. Okay. It seems like you're waiting for something important to happen that is on its way. It could be something that will help you make a decision that is truly the best one for you. It could be you waiting to be able to do something that will really contribute to this thing that is birthing, that is coming into life in the best way possible. And it looks like it's on its way. So the don't worry is that there is a process to success. Like every successful person always says that there is no overnight success. Okay, you just think there is because you just saw me pop up one day, but you don't know the 12 years, 20 years of work I've done to be an overnight success, you know. So there is a process to success. And you could right now be in that crucial part of your planning of making this happen that has a lot of uncertainty to it. What is on its way? It is the help needed for you to be able to move forward in a more stable way. Okay, so we have the King of Swords, Five of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. So what you're birthing could be like a job, a project, that is what is coming through. Doesn't have to be, that is just the specific things that are coming through. Page of Pentacles. Okay. Some of you could be moving to study or to like become an apprentice or learn very valuable things that you know will benefit you. And there are some aspects to that that is worrying you. And we have the Hierophant. You know, no matter what the situation is, no matter what it is that you're trying to create and give life to exist in your life, it is so crucial right now that you, like the Hierophant, really learn to listen to your inner voice and just like mute everything else. Just learn to listen to your inner voice that is very much connected to this baby of yours, you know, the baby that wants to be part of your life, that you've created, that you want to exist. That inner part of you, that voice is already connected to it. So listen to it and it will guide you through this phase where things could be uncertain. You don't know what next step is. Maybe you don't know how this thing can continue on in a sustainable way. But there seems to be a lot of learning aspects right now, okay? So I don't blame you if you're tired, because all of your senses could very much be like this, you know, aware of everything that is going on, because you could be stepping into new energies like all of the time, and you're trying to learn new things every day to make sure that this happens. Maybe you try to learn like new practical ways of making sure that this happens. And yeah, with the Eight of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Page of Pentacles. So I really get it if you're a little bit tired, a little bit on the edge, because you could be in a very crucial phase where you need to put in a lot of things without maybe getting that much back right now. Okay? That is why it is so important for you to let your inner voice guide you in this, because we've already looked at the outcome of this, right? With success, with a deep knowing, with a true offering. You just have to get yourself past this phase into the next one, where you will be able to experience what it is that your inner knowing, your deep voice inside of you, what it is telling you. And you will soon get to experience what this is. Okay, this is what you're being guided towards. That is part of the plan Spirit has for you, the life that he, she, it dreams about for you. And I will end your reading here, group 3. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. If you vibed with this message, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, then subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.